Alright, hello everybody, this is Skrone 2, and if you've ever seen my channel, then you're probably wondering, why is all my content gone? Well, that's because I decided that Nuke Ball sucked. I'll
From
get
the
into what this game
beginning,
is after
we
the
were
cutscene.
wrong. And only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable Fae folk. But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen. Terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathen. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
I died. Anyways, this is Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. My big, huge games. It's a great game. It's an incredible game. That's why I wanted to pick it. It's because it's one of my favorites. Played it several times. I've got both DLCs, so we will be exploring them as well. And I just love this game a lot. I think it's beautiful. I think it's extremely well crafted. And it has a great questing system. Pretty good combat system. Might be a little simple. These are my favorite characters in the game right here. These two cutscene guys. I wish I could be their race. I wish I
What
could
do you
be
think
known.
this one is then? Alpha? Goran? Could even be a Jotun. Always a surprise, eh, Goran?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've
Spoilers.
seen.
Sorry.
Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
Yeah, it will. Report me. Alright, so I want to do a swashbuckling kind of guy. So 50-50 warrior and rogue. Let's be a girl. So persuasion, alchemy, blacksmithing, mercantile, detect hidden, lockpicking, dispelling, alchemy, sagecraft, or persuasion, stealth, sagecraft. Let's go persuasion, stealth, sagecraft. Continue. And we will go with the critty crits. And I like the lip ring. Continue with that right there. Let's get this. Oh, blue. Okay. Red eyes. And we're just gonna go in with that.
Looks like one of the Dokar women. Held up pretty good, too. All right, then. Make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've
My
seen.
body always holds
I'm
up
just
good.
glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name
A
her,
hug, maybe?
I think we're done.
I need a hug.
Put her with the others.
So I was going to name myself Mr. Skrone, but then I picked a female character, so I think we'll be Mrs. Skrone. I don't know why, what possessed me to pick a female, because I actually did record this before, but there were some problems with the
Well,
recording.
that's
so
it
I
for
had to
you
redo it,
then.
and I did
Better
male
luck
character
next
then.
time.
Anyways, this part of the cutscene, creepiest thing ever. If this situation ever happened to me, I do not know how I would respond. It's awful, it's disgusting, and I hate it. Think about that. If you woke up on a pile of dead, rotting bodies with some on top of you, with the smell, the flies, the rotting flesh on top of you, that'd be awful. I would be quite sad in that situation. The situation is not ideal. Well, we'll be getting to the game shortly. This is the end of the cutscenes. I know this, there was several minutes of cutscene before any gameplay, which, granted, I think that is a little bit long. I think the cutscenes are a little bit long, but gameplay is well worth the wait. I think, like I said before, it's a fantastic game. I think they do a great job with everything. And we'll find some parts where there's explosions, etc., where there's like shaky cam, and I think that's such a good addition to the game, because it's really like you're in the game. You see how, I guess not the perspective of the character, because it is third person, but perspective an omniscient follower right there, an omniscient follower of the character that bounces at the character bounces. Alright, so secrecy is important in our work. We're disposing stuff, yeah, from Mars Hughes. He's the big man. There is some lootsy poo over here. I found this in my first playthrough a very long time ago. 11 gold. Thank you, Mr. Golding. Throw that body in there. Don't have to do that, but take that rusty longsword. I'm not sure what game I've been playing that loot all is F, but it is. And now it's messing with me.
Run!
I'm gonna keep hitting tab like I'm playing Unturned to try to open my inventory, which for those of you who may know is not going to work with the inventory key is not, in fact, tab. So we got some giant naked mole rats, like from Kim Possible over here, that we will smack with our rusty longsword. So what I want to do with this character is I kind of want to run with a longsword bow build. Because I think the longswords are very powerful in this game. They're medium speed and pretty high damage. I will not be using the daggers or the fey blades like a normal rogue would, but I will be specializing in some rogue traits. And stealth will be an emphasis on this playthrough. So we're going to have two authors here. They're the major aggressors in this game. If you hear me clicking, I apologize. I'll need to account for that in the future, because every time my character here swings her sword, that's a click. So
Thank you.
you didn't come along. I've seen you before on the lab. The slab. You were dead.
It worked.
It worked by the tome. It's
By
worked.
the
You're alive.
tome it worked. You're right.
What's going on? Well, you died. I don't even know how or why.
But your body
But it
was
was
remade in the Well of Souls,
Somehow it
and
worked.
somehow the well restored your soul.
body.
We must get you to
Let's get you
Professor
to
Hughes
Hughes.
right away. He'll have great
All right,
Professor
finish.
Formerus Hughes. The two author are coming into the
Blackbird,
lower
one's
levels.
coming.
Take these.
We gotta go.
They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let me
Goodbye.
get this door, and we can be on our way.
Take some leggings. I need, just like I said, I told you I would hit tab to go to my inventory. That's not what I want to do at all. I'm sorry to give you
Right this way.
that was inappropriate.
You go first.
We'll take some of this loopsy poo over here. Inventory, armor, old booties. Alright. At least in
This is what they're after.
this
Our greatest
dungeon,
invention. The
I will
Well
be
of
going
Souls.
with
Imagine
plate
an end
armor.
to
So I'll
war.
find it.
An end
So
to
it'll give us
death.
more block efficacy. Efficacious. We need better blocking. So I take a little bit less damage. And at this junction, I think I should be a more tanky swashbuckler. I don't know if swashbuckler is the technical term that this game gives. I don't think it is, actually. I think it's like thief sword or something. I don't know. It's not a spell sword, obviously, because I'm not using spells. If you didn't notice, but I mean, it's possible that you thought I was using magic spells to propel the sword across the world. So, obviously, like it just said, smash some stuff. I haven't smashed it already. You get a little bit of gold out of it every once in a while. Got some greaves. Almost just said got some glaives. Got some greaves. And a couple lockpicks. Lockpicks will be important in this game. Many things are locked, and I want many things. By now, I love loot. I'm the type of person that when I play Skyrim or any open worldy games like that, and this, if I have a chance to find loot, I would love to find that loot. I think that loot is delicious, delectable loot. What am I looking for? Oh, shield. That's right. So let's get ourselves a shield here. Go ahead and equip that shield. Come on. Equip. I feel like I missed a
Do you hear something?
breastplate. I feel like there's a breastplate before here that I missed.
More to
I'll show you how the shield works. Just blocks like that. Use hold shift, and it'll do a little blocky action. Whatever attacks you see fit to block.
You're going to need more than just that sword. That one had a bow.
Inventory, weapons, secondary, crude birch longbow.
Get it?
I got it. Cute. Alright, so we have our bow.
Archers up ahead. Best shoot them before they see us.
I know how to use the game. Got them both. The 12th already shot game. Did I? I feel like yeah. You gotta keep your eyes open.
Go, go!
And your open eyes. Or not a crate, a chest. I was sorely mistaken. Alright, let's go, Insulin. Gretel. I know it's Hansel, but alas, all we have is Ansel today. I like Ansel. I like all of the gnomes in this game. The nomenclature, per se. Missed. As it just said there, you look for the little shiny poo. I love shinies. Give me some loot. Thanks for the lockpicks. As you can see, as you could see, the tooltip in the bottom right corner had just said that if you hold your bow for an extended period of time, does that, stronger attack. Anyways, back to why my channel is quite empty at the moment. You may have seen me before now, and thought I don't use... Actually, I do want to use the daggers just for the moment, because there's some stealth kills I can get up ahead, and I can just show that off. Anyways, you may have seen my channel before when it had a lot of videos about 15, 20, something like that. I was watching some of them, and I realized that a lot of them were very poor quality. I wasn't very entertaining. My voice was quite monotone. So I just don't think I was doing a very good job at doing justice to the game and doing justice to my actual reactions to the game. So I decided to just restart, and I thought I'd start out with a game that I love and that I'm very enthusiastic about playing, such as the one true game of Amalur. I totally just forgot the name of the game I was playing for a second. I believe he also has loot. Thank you for the gold. I'm going to switch back to my glorious rusty longsword, because, like I said, I want to be a shield swashbuckler.
Cave blossoms only respond in the presence
If
of
there's
magic.
magic, yeah. I know.
Perhaps
There is a lot of good magic in
What
this
are
game. But, per your request, we finally got the spider problem under control. Okay, spiders. But, the one thing I don't love about magic is that I just think that it's... First of all, the armor is a little bit more powerful than the cloth armor. It's easy to get killed if you're using cloth armor. And secondly, I just think a nice sword and board build is the way to go in this game. It's a lot easier, not gonna lie. It does force you to use a staff here, so at least I can show that off. But I'm not going to be using staffs very often, and I'm going to be using scepters, which is the mage ranged weapon, even less. I might throw one on just to show you guys what it looks like at some point. But aside from that, I'm not going
It
to.
completely covered the tunnel. Maybe
Maybe
we
I
can use
will
that
do
staff
a
to burn
mage
a power
build
brew.
at some point, but
Not more spiders.
not gonna
Burn
do
them.
it right now.
Burn them.
I won't be using much magic in the game. I will be using that. I will be just taking a bunch of hits from spiders. I will be using the little base. Oh my god. Excuse me. I will be using the little base, that guy, the shock thing. Every once in a while, the one that every character gets. Just because I think it downgrades their defense, I believe. And especially early, it's just a nice little buffer to what we've got. So I'm going to throw back on my longsword. If you're wondering what the Tuatha had, that was Prismere, and it's literally the last weapon in the game, so don't worry about me having that anytime soon. We'll probably get 30 episodes.
Hurry, get out of here!
Because I also like side quests. We will be doing side quests, we will be doing our storyline, but it's decently hard to do the storyline if you don't level yourself up with some side quests. Side quests are a necessity of the game, I think, and I think that's okay. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I definitely missed a shirt somewhere. We'll use this dented
Nothing
cures.
protects quite like layers of leather armor is thin.
We'll just take
We'll
everything
give you
because we
the
can
speed.
sell it.
Simple cloth frees your body and mind. That's why I make.
Talk to
You come out of the well
Victoria,
and the Tuatha show
Is
up.
this the guy I need
That
to talk
can't
to?
be a coincidence.
Or is it Incel?
This is where we part
This
ways.
is where we part ways.
Take whatever you want. Just make sure you get to choose.
Choose.
We
I
can
want-
hope there's nothing more I can do except.
Really?
But this, with luck,
Okay.
I'll see you on the outside. I'll see you on the outside.
Let's
Fate
go
wills
find
it.
Mr. Moore's Hughes. I love the gnomes in this game. They're great. They're hilarious. I just love the little bodies and just the way they interact and the way the animation for them I think are hilarious. We're gonna see an epic Morris Hughes animation up here where he just beats the poop out of some Tuatha. So don't worry about that. There is some lore over here about the Well of Souls that Morris Hughes is working on. That's his major. Gotta itch my eye real quick. I'm sorry about that. The Well of Souls is his major invention as a gnomish inventor. It's his brainchild. And because we're fighting under war with the Tuatha and we're losing because they are immortal, they come back to life, and we as humans do not. I'll let Fomorus talk to you all.
You've made it. And look at you. Even with all you've been through. The Tuatha, your return from the dead. Please forgive me. You must be terribly confused by all
I am a
of this.
little confused.
I am Fomorus Hughes. Everything you see here is dedicated to one thing. The
Of
Well of
souls.
Souls. The pursuit. If we
Aiming for
only had the
success.
time. There's so much we
could
might
learn a
learn from
lot.
one another.
What's going on?
Too much to explain
Should
right now.
explain.
What's important is getting you out of here. I may not be able to save the well. But I can
Alright,
ensure.
let's get
Yes,
out of here.
yes, you're right. It's just that you.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Great cutscene right here.
It's
Just watch.
astounding.
I love
I'm
it.
not
It's one of
certain
my
what's
favorite in the
caused
game.
it, but somehow.
I love his
Yes,
hair, by the way.
as I was saying, I'm not sure what. Perhaps I should go see.
Sir, Mr. Hughes, the Tuatha have reached the lab. They're inside the.
No! We've
It's
got
a
to
nice
get you out of
matrix
here
for the
now!
areas, though.
Quickly!
Perfect.
Follow the path to the town of Gorhart. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive! Go!
That was epic. I I have no idea how he managed to get past 4 Tuatha without any of them just like grabbing him because he's so tiny. But I get smacked in the face with a rock. I digress. Let us continue on our quest to get out of Alistar Tower. Escape through Alistar Tower. Left control is sprint. So let's sprint a little bit. I love that shaky cam. I told you guys I love that shaky cam.
Have you come to die?
I have not come to die, Mr. Tuatha. I think I've come to make you die, sir. And you too. Get out of here. I will be doing a lot of this in the game. I do want to be using a bow. That's why I'm going swashbuckling. So I'm going to be using a sword and a bow. So I'll get the bow skills from the rogue and the sword skills from warrior. I'll probably be using just the best armor that's available to me, whether that be plate or whether that be leather or a mixture of both if I don't get any sets. We're coming up on our first, I guess you could call it a boss battle. It's just a troll. There's a lot of dodging this fight. I really hope I do it as well as I did it in the last section of the report. And I already started off to a bad start. I did the first, oh my gosh. I did the first, like, fourth of the fight without getting hit. More than the fourth of the fight without getting hit. Yeah. Now I got my dodges on. I was doing, like, probably half the fight without getting hit by anything. And I don't think I used a potion. But we're already set up to need to use a potion. So, we'll get out of there. Dodge, except I got hit. I had to use a potion. Didn't want to know how to do that. Just hit R. Oh, we can knock it down so we can get some free hits on it. We do get it. Yeah. Nope. Okay. Wow, I'm surprised I got that. Come on. Spacebar is not ready for that. Okay, so those things when they come up, you can click a button over and over again to get bonus XP. I was expecting, I forgot to loot him. I was expecting, right mouse button. And it was not right mouse button. So we'll put on the Squire's ring that we have gotten. I really think you should be able to wear more rings in this game because 2 seems a little bit light just because you have, 10 fingers, I presume. As we get out, when we walk away from Alistar Tower, we will level up. So, let us level up. We will throw our, point into stealth, which will get us minus 10 sight range on all of our NPCs, which is nice. We will be going into lockpicking as well, because lockpicking is very, very nice. We might also do dispelling or detect hidden. I think detect hidden is probably. I think we'll go stealth, lockpicking, and detect hidden at the same time. Alright, so we'll confirm. Now, this is what I was talking about. We're going to be going in the might and the finesse skill trees. So, I want the bow skills, or mostly the bow skills. I'll also probably get some other stuff from the finesse, but we'll start out with 1 in the bow, which increases our quiver, and then we will go back to not sorcery, 2 in our longsword mastery. And with that, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.